reminder, we do have the voice of Denji, Chainsaw Man. He is here. Ryan, Colt, Levy, Suzie, Yeung, voice of Makima, Reagan, Murdock, the voice of Aki Kanwa, and of course, Sarah, Wiedenheft, voice of Power. They are all here waiting for you. But, we gotta give them a good old San Antonio welcome. So, can we start the applause going for them? Can we... Let me just move the Paquita out of the way real quick here. They're coming in. Sorry, he'll be right here. Maybe we have some questions for you. So let's get them going here. Let me just check if they're ready. I believe they are. They are ready? Okay, good. Let's go to start. First up, he is Ryan, Colt, Levy. Welcome here. He is the voice of Denji, Chainsaw Man. Hi, everybody. There's a special guest here on to welcome you.
The most special guest.
The most special guest. We're going to let you hold on to the man. One more time. He wants to get a picture with you. Up next, Suzie Yeung, voice of Makima. Let's welcome her. Welcome, Suzie. Well, yes, it's a surprise guest. Look, you showed up. Oh, no.
I know.
Sorry. We had a fan actually donate that to start the show. But welcome to San Antonio. Welcome. Up next, Reagan Murdock, voice of Aki Hayakawa.
We got a little mascot?
Yeah, mascot. We got a panel mascot.
Yes.
An appropriate one, too. And finally, last but not least, Sarah Wiedenheft, voice of Power. Notice how y'all get, if somebody needs more space, y'all can take my seat.
Oh no, we're gonna just get closer and closer as we go. Yeah, we smoosh together. We're a big family.
We're filthy together.
We've already said and done things to each other for this show that, you're not close by now.
Exactly. All right, so first of all, welcome to San Antonio. Thank you for taking part of the first Riverwalk anime right here.
This is so cool. Thank you guys for being here. I was not expecting this. This is amazing.
Me neither. I was talking to the crowd before you guys showed up and walking the hall, and for a first go-around for an anime convention,
incredible.
It's just incredible. You give yourself an applause right now, man.
Anyway.
Was that?
So why are we all gathered here?
To celebrate the Union.
So, I was sharing some stories about my just fandom of anime, and whether it be Chainsaw or pick one, and just to see how much anime is absorbed into the culture now. I mean, you got the movie. What was that? Something that what was it? Nope. What did they do in Nope? The Akira slide.
I know.
They incorporated it. You look at even the Matrix.
I instantly, by the way, when that happened in the theater, I don't know if anybody here has seen Nope. It's really good.
It's really good. Yes.
But the second that moment happened, I was with a buddy who doesn't watch anime, and I did the the DiCaprio meme from instantly.
Yeah, and so you see there the Matrix. They borrowed heavily from the Dragon Ball Z fights. That's where they really borrowed from. And then on a personal level, for you don't know, I spent time between San Antonio and New York City.
Oh, I'm from New York.
Oh, whereabouts?
Originally, I'm born in Manhattan, and then kind of all around, and now I have family in Brooklyn, on the island.
There's no Brooklyn in the house.
Yeah, places.
I'm Queens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm Queens. So,
I used to live in Binghamton.
Binghamton? There we go. All right. So a lot of connection there.
Those are the country.
Yeah, that is country. But just to see how much anime is influencing just everyday life. There's a gym that I go to in New York City that plays on loop Dragon Ball. All day.
Really?
Of course.
Is it Rock the Dragon?
It's just that one song over and over.
No. Actual episodes.
Oh.
The actual episode. So, and they'll
What's
have...
more inspiring than seeing the most buff dudes
Yeah.
become over 9,000?
Right.
Are they?
I thought that was Reagan. I thought that was Reagan.
Are they in order, or is it like?
No, they're just
Yes.
random. It's like that.
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah,
It's
they
mommy's
just
like
go.
ruining me like that.
Yeah. But you guys have really influenced now with Chainsaw Man and it's become wildly popular. Start off with you, Reagan. What has been your experience working with this project?
So this is a very new thing to me. I am a wee little baby when it comes to voice acting, but it's been pretty insane seeing just the amount of passion that people have for this and just getting to be a part of something that people have responded to. It's like, what more can an actor ask for? And especially when you get to spend it with these lovely, amazing people sitting on the couch next to me.
There you go. Yes, exactly. Ryan, how has it impacted you? I mean, you lead the character. I mean, it must have just really changed everything for you.
I don't know if my whole body side just kind of like was the precursor. Yeah, this has dramatically changed my life in every single way, multiple times over.
Right.
And just getting to be a part of something this impactful that has equally impacted me
Sure.
is an extraordinarily special thing.
Right.
Because like I'm a fan of all this stuff regardless, but this story really deeply affected me. And I know how much other people are connecting with it. I mean, case in
Yeah,
point.
look at there's people in cosplay.
And every time I talk to somebody about it, it's not, even if we joke about the surface level stuff, it's never just that. And it's so beautiful getting to share that with you guys. So I'm just really grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's power. There's power over there.
Where you at?
Yeah. I think somebody's in cosplay as power right here. If you are, stand up. Maybe.
Show me your horns.
Yeah, show your horns. There they are.
My girls.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the back.
Stink!
You smell that musk in here?
Yeah. I have a question for you, because I watch the show and everything. How do you generate that type of zaniness? That type of wild...
They just open the
I'm
door,
so
they
glad
sit in the
you're
room,
doing that,
and then they close the door behind her.
Is it simple as this? Just be you?
Someone just stands here in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, can you
I
tell everybody, like, how do you get to bring her to life?
Well, I definitely knew when I saw her that she was a lot. I was like, oh yeah, she seems like she's gonna be rambunctious. And after like realizing like, oh, she has like kind of a bit of the annoying sister energy, I'm like, well, I've been doing this for 29 years, being a really annoying sister. I know what to do. So it just, be as annoying as possible to everybody in the show.
Well done, I guess.
Thank you.
She's like the assassin of the show, though. We all, she's hysterical, so we're always crying,
Sure.
laughing. But like, you couldn't, if you're doing a scene that Sarah's already recorded, good luck getting a takeout without breaking, because you're too busy listening to what she's doing and laughing to like actually be serious and act for it.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're like, there's like a couple of the moments, because we have a lot of like bickery moments back and forth, and there are a few times that I'm like, I need like 2 minutes to just like
Deep breath.
like compose myself, hear this, and then like make it normal so that I don't laugh at it every time I hear it, because it's so good.
Did you anticipate seeing her character become the character she is and become as popular as she has?
I
Did you put that first?
wasn't sure, but I felt that because I'm biased. And I'm like, oh, she's a huge degenerate. I could see her becoming very popular with most people. Because most of us, we are. We're huge degenerates when we're at home, and no one can see what we've done. I wish I could close doors.
I know Senator Suzie picked up her mic real fast. Like, yes, tell us more about what you do behind closed doors. What? Explain to the millions of people watching everywhere right now. Suzie.
Yes.
How's it going? By the way,
Good.
how you gravitated right away to Puccina. You made it very sure that
You mean stole him directly off of my lap?
stole him from the Who Should People. But anyway, yes. Your thoughts? When you asked to be part of this project, did you see it becoming what it is now?
Well, I knew that it was a really big deal because everyone around me was talking about it. Everyone was like, "Did you get the audition? Did you get it? Did you get it?" And so like everyone was super hyped about it. So I was like, I'm not gonna get in. So I just shot my shot, and now I'm here with these wonderful people, like all of you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's stunning to be part of something so big that we all like just try to honor it to the best of our ability because we know how much it means to so many people.
How much do you lean on the manga? Like, do you really lean on that?
It's only like 11 books. I don't know
Then
how much. Maybe I'm new with the couch.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I needed that. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
2 people are lying.
like when I found out that I was cast as Makima, I immediately binged the entire 11 books?
Yeah, 11 books.
Yeah, because I was like, I need to know what's going on. I need to know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think
Eyes just kept getting wider and wider.
Like, I'm about to voice act this.
Yeah. You guys are in for a lot for those who only watch the anime.
Yeah, exactly. Should we ask Kuchida a question? I don't know. We should. Yes, let's find out.
I wish you were here.
Yeah. There we go. Great question answered. Yeah.
Where's Lindsay?
Ryan.
Wait, can I
Okay.
interject? Okay, did you guys have this experience where for a whole month we couldn't say anything? Did anybody start asking you? It was like trying to speculate who it was.
Nobody talks to me, so.
So I had Leah Clark DM me, and she's like, she didn't say anything else. She just said, "Is it you?" And I was like, "Shut up, Leah! Shut up! Don't ruin this for me."
Oh my God, that's.
Well, to be fair, Sarah, I was like, there's no one other than you that I could have thought of to voice Power. I was like, it has to be.
Has to be.
And it was.
Has to be Sarah.
That was so funny.
Ryan. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm going to answer your question, then I'll answer your question. I'm going to break the rules of this panel. Breaking them. This is a fun anecdote too, because after we had been cast, there's this waiting period where you're terrified of anybody finding out, because then there's a possibility of you not having that part anymore, because suddenly you break an NDA. And when Mike told me that I got the role, he was like, "Do you want to know who else is in the cast?" I'm like, "Yeah!" So he told me, and I had worked with all of them before actually, and I adore them, but Reagan, I knew this was at this current time, the biggest deal for him personally versus anything else that he was, working on or anything at the moment. He's still really new to this, so I knew how intense and exciting this was and how petrified he was. So
I was.
and we had worked together on one thing before, so we were we didn't talk a bunch, but we were friendly enough, and so I DM'd him, and I just DM'd him clapping hands, because. I know, and I'm I figure he'll put this together, but he's also I don't want to put anything out in words here that's going to make him feel uncomfortable, freak out. So he responded,
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Wait a minute. How do you know? Wait a minute, that can only mean one thing, oh my God!
And then we both had to shut up for a while. But yeah.
I mean, but seriously, those NDAs, they must.
They're pesky.
Yeah, I bet they are.
So painful.
How painful is it?
It was us making a little group at Twitter.
Oh, we call the Chain Squad.
Yeah.
But these NDAs, are y'all allowed to talk amongst each other? Or it's still kind of...
It's sort of, really, it's kind of a thing where it's best that you don't, but, there are things in our scenario, we're friends, we've all been doing this a while, we know we're all professional, and there is a sacred sense of, we're not going to break, the thing, and we're in the thing together.
Right.
Yeah.
And since Mike, our director, had given us all the information of each other, I felt comfortable at least reaching out to all of them and being all right, we're a family now, you're stuck with me. Which is I think what I said.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very much because so much of it, the NDA thing it's not about us.
Right.
It's about not spoiling or ruining this really important thing that so many people are working on and so many people are anticipating. And to be excited about something, we can wait a couple more weeks,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, you're producing a product. Obviously, everybody loves it. It fandom everywhere. But Ryan, I gotta ask you, voice acting battle scenes. How rough is that?
It can be rough, but it's really way more fun. I mean, I am lucky that I came from being in a rock and roll band for a long time, and when I was a teenager, I did a lot of screaming in that band. So I learned how to do it the wrong way. Like, you know, I was the kid who was like swinging the microphone, pterodactyl screaming and stuff. Yeah,
built for this.
But it's funny because I never had a project where I had to do this kind of stuff. It's always been way more like the characters that aren't doing insane fighting. And I knew going into this what it was going to ask of me, and that was part of what I was so excited about, because I knew I've had this craziness inside that I've wanted to like fully, you know, let out.
Oh, you're doing
and
it.
it's fun.
Yeah,
but it's
you're doing
definitely
it.
like you have to, I mean, you have to be smart about it. You know, you have to be as calculated. Like, we will preview scenes, like a lot of time when you're dubbing something, you'll preview and then you'll do it. And with the battle stuff, I will often, me and Mike will discuss, like, we'll preview it twice. We'll watch it, get all the like mental movements down, and then just try and do it once.
Right.
You know, like, because so much of it is like, I want it to be everything I've got in the tank and make it be visceral and big, and you do too much of that and you can definitely, you know, you try to get to the third take and you're like, ah.
Would you consider that the most challenging part of the character, or
Can be, for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
For sure. There was one, they've heard me talk about this, one of the oddly most challenging parts for those of you who are caught up, there's a fight in the 9th episode where in the very beginning I like jump and lunge at a dude and I have to scream the word die for 8 seconds. Yeah, so for those who don't fully comprehend that, imagine this full body with every ounce of your like ferociousness while emoting and acting. It's tiring. So, like, your body just like at a certain point is like, we're done, you know. But Mike was really, really good about like, even if we were halfway through a fight scene, he'd be like, all right, we're good for the day, we'll get this back tomorrow. And I'm like, no, we can do more. He's like, why don't you go rest and we'll just come back tomorrow and you'll be fine, instead of hurting you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
I want to say a question to you, Suzie. What's been the most challenging part of your character?
Well, I mean, I think Makima, like, she sounds very even, but there are very subtle tones. Like, she just gets just enough to get you to do what she wants you to do. So it's more of like keeping that balance without making her sound like monotonous, you know? There's a fine line between making a character completely like flat and like have no emotion, but she has plenty of emotion. It's just, it's extremely controlled.
It's when I watch her character and you bring her to life,
Yes.
it's like a mind control.
It's like surgical.
It's like this
She's
mind
watching.
control, hypnotic voice that you give the character. And even so, I'm watching the show like this. Okay. Okay, sure.
Oh, we all are.
Oh, sure. Yes, okay. I'm fine. I surrender. Same question to you, Reagan. The most challenging thing about your character?
I think it was that he is really a passionate guy. He has, you know, a lot of very strong emotions about things, but he wants to keep them all under control. He, you know, his goal is to kill the gun devil, which is essentially impossible. And so he has to basically cloak himself in the imaginary, which is why he puts his hair in a top knot and wears a samurai sword. Like, he lives his life in cosplay. But that's what I love about him, is that you know, a lot of us can relate to that. We take on characters that we've seen to, you know, inspire us in certain ways. And the way that those kind of emotional walls come down, sometimes they come crashing down, and sometimes it's a little peek behind. And so just finding that balance was probably one of the hardest parts about it, but it's also the most rewarding part.
Yeah, I can imagine. You know, you bring the character to life was superb. So thank you for that. As a fan now, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Fujita, you're next. What has been your most challenging? Just kidding.
Toast. Toast, toast.
I was living in Berlin today.
I wanted to combine Shakespearean with but it ended up being sort of Kafkaesque.
Last but not least, Miss Powers, Sarah. I don't think there's anything challenging about your character. I think you just dive in and let's go. But if you can, What do you think is the most challenging? Is it really, perhaps delivering to the fans the character they expect?
Probably, it was definitely like a lot of the screaming parts.
Yeah.
I think in particular it was the one where Denji was starting to lose his damn mind after being killed like 48 times or so in a row. And she's like, okay, the only way I can bring him back is if I just like beat the shit out of him. And she goes like, heal, heal, heal! And she like holds it out, but like, we were trying to go for a specific tone, and every time it would come out like a little bit different. And so I think I did that one like 10 times before we're like, yes.
That's an exhausting
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like, doing like little gulps in between, like, hold on, like, it's water. It's water, it's water.
That's like 70 heals because each take was 7 heals long.
Yes.
70 times.
Does the word stop like meaning anything by the time you get to the end of that? Like you ever say the word spoon too many times?
Spoon. At some point, it just becomes a prayer.
Just like it's nothing.
But to keep up that energy that the character gives, I mean, you ever get just tired? Tired, or you just embrace it and let's rock and roll?
Oh no, I've got so much energy.
I can tell.
All the times. I've
By the way,
also been running on decaf.
I love your power cup. I just saw that right now.
Thank you. Someone gifted it to me.
Yeah.
You know the coolest thing is I've had this for like a month and I've been using it pretty often, and then I get night blind, so I turn off the lights and I was like, look,
Yeah.
you ruined my punchline. It glows in the dark. It's so cool. I was so excited. Okay, can we turn off all of that?
Exactly. I know, yeah.
Right now,
Exactly,
just
yeah.
Okay, do we have like a sheet somewhere? You guys can go.
Yeah, it's kind of an open question though. It's
Actually,
yeah. We'll
Thank
get
you
your
like
next
that,
question
whoever's
very,
doing
very
that.
soon. You guys are next. But this is just more for anybody who wants to just take this one. Is it weird when you go to a store, go to a con, go anywhere, maybe, just see your character on t-shirts or on a cup? And just be like, you know what, I know that person, I know that character. What
It's
was that?
the coolest thing ever. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? It like I think because all of us, regardless, are just total nerds for this stuff in general.
High
So,
High five.
it is true. We are such nerds for this stuff. So I was getting psyched about this regardless. I before we even got cast in this, and I was lucky enough to do some conventions beforehand for other characters. I would sit. And I remember I'd be across from an Artist Alley booth with Chainsaw Man and stuff. Like even then I was already just gushing over it in the cosplays and how cool it was and knowing I was so excited for whoever was gonna get to do it.
Yeah.
And now like it's in Hot Topic. It's crazy. My mom will take pictures the craziest one, alright, this is not a joke. My sister is currently at an asparagus festival. What? Soak that up. Just soak that up.
Right?
Soak that up for a second.
All right.
She's really into permaculture and earth activism. She's extraordinary. She's the best. I don't even know what that sound was. But so she's very loosely into this stuff. She recently binged all of Chainsaw and she loved it, but she doesn't live in this world, and she sent me a video from the Asparagus Festival, and there's a table with a bunch of anime figures on it, and there's Denji with his chainsaws out, and she's like, there you are, right? And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever, we're at the Asparagus Festival! Let's go!
Why?
See power there.
She's, exactly, there's a reason she's out there.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Why can I see Reagan going to a Hot Topic, for example, and doing the voice as you buy it and be, I like to purchase this, and just to see if the person will catch it.
I'm just the most closed off, please limit human interaction as much as possible. I really don't want to be recognized, honestly. But it's like.
Stop perceiving me.
He's like, please panel host, stop asking me questions.
Please just don't pay attention to the credit card that's going in. Yeah. No, but it's
Having the time of her life.
no, but it's
Just real quick, what's your social security number?
Okay, everybody got their notepads on?
Get everything ready.
Everybody have pen and paper?
Yeah, just in case.
No, but it's so cool. Just I remember being like 13 years old and hiding the fact that I was watching Naruto from all my friends at school, and now it's like you're an outcast if you don't watch anime nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah. Suzie,
You're a normie? You.
Suzie, what about you? You know, just to see your character get on T-shirts and posters and water bottles, you know, to see that.
I mean, yeah, it's super cool, and like we all like collect merch of our own characters because we're like, oh my god, look at this cute little thing, and then Ryan would like gift us stuff too. So yeah, it's super cool.
By the way, all those memes y'all make, we see all
We see all of them.
Oh, busted.
All of them.
Even at the asparagus festival, we see them all there. And I can only imagine that, Sarah, I mean, you must love seeing Power everywhere there.
Oh my God,
I mean,
yes.
just see her splatter. Yeah. Are you carrying a water bottle with her right now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have bought it myself, but because somebody gifted it to me, I'm like, I like it even more. You know what I mean?
An extra signature on that Funko Pop.
I don't know, it feels very special when someone else gives it to you.
That's
You
good.
know?
Well, you know, I think we're going to turn over to the fans, but it's just from me to you guys. Thank you so much for what y'all do.
Thank
Bringing
you.
these characters to life and everything, so appreciate it. So,
Thank you guys.
now it's your turn. Oh, we're ready. Good to go. All right. Microphone. Take it away, man. Go ahead. Shut up, Jeff. Shut up, host.
Okay, so it's a popular fun fact among the fans that Power is based off of Eric Cartman from South Park.
And Walter Sobchak from The Big Lebowski.
And I love him. Okay, so who do you think that your character's best fit from South Park?
What do you think?
Well, obviously Kenny.
Yeah.
Yes.
They killed Benji. Every episode.
It's okay, he'll be back in the next episode.
Yeah. You good? You good? You got your question in?
Alki's like somewhere between he's halfway between Craig and Kyle. Like he's the little pair, but he's also like really monotone. Like that's.
Yeah, that's it. Sarah? Or?
Oh, mine's Eric Cartman.
Oh, you're okay, all right. Suzie?
She's spoken for.
Yeah.
I need some help with this.
Suzie, that's a
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Maybe we have to go off the main characters. Is there like a side?
Barbara Streisand. No.
Yeah, who's even?
Jeff Bezos.
Chef, maybe?
Wait,
Well, it's also hard because like.
Is
how
there a
many people-
sexy character?
Uh,
I know, like, they're all kind of like.
Mom, yes.
That's we're just gonna leave it there. That's great. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your question. Next up. Who's next? All right.
You guys are amazing.
What's your name, ma'am? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Tiana,
Tiana, okay, go ahead, take it away.
as someone who's here because of a sibling and hasn't really watched too much of it, but is really interested in getting into it, what should I expect? How should I feel?
Who wants to take that
Well,
one, panel?
I will say, if you
want to start with Power?
if you made it this far into the panel, you're going to be just fine. If you can handle this kind of chaotic energy, I think you're already on board.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's everywhere. By the way, great intro, one of my favorite intros.
My sister says that I'm gonna really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, we hope
Enjoy.
It's just gonna love rewatching it with you.
Yes.
I think just experiencing it again with you.
She's watched it already.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name?
Maya.
All right, Maya, take it away.
By the way, Ryan, you might recognize me as Brain Fog.
Oh my gosh!
Hi!
This is a Twitter moment for me. I'm freaking out.
Yeah. So kind of like a half question here. How are you guys doing with like doing all these conventions back to back?
I mean, I personally love it, but I'm also a freak of nature. So I don't sleep normally, you know, like as
Well,
is.
we already knew
you know.
that.
Exactly. You guys know how crazy I am. But I think I was very lucky for being in a band for so long that, like, I had done tours where it's like brutal, where you were playing a show, then immediately packing up the van, driving 15 hours to the next day, doing it, blah, 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 and like, if you're sleeping, it's maybe on someone's hardwood floor.
Yeah.
So, by comparison, this is a lot easier. The rest is like just keeping healthy mentally and you know, all that stuff. But you guys also, like, It's like soul vitamins hanging out with you guys. You guys just, you just recharge the battery constantly, so.
Oh yeah, because like Reagan said, he likes to kind of keep, social energy to the minimum, I get it. I'm introverted, so like doing this sort of stuff, I'm drained.
We get you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the people on the couch next to me, I would not survive this, but but don't get me wrong, y'all are amazing.
Reagan solo panel. Sorry.
All right.
Did you want to talk about Game of Thrones?
But for the real question here, if you had to give one tip to everyone that's wanting to become a voice actor, what would that one big tip be?
Good question.
Drop the ego. It's nothing but a burden. It's just going to weigh you down, not only as an actor, but as a person.
Good answer. Good. Anything else?
No, that's
You good? All right, thank you for the question. Appreciate it. I know this guy. What's your name, sir?
My name is Chris.
All right, Chris, take it away.
My question is for Puchita.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
That's the best question I've
That's
had.
the best question. Gee, I wonder who you want to talk to. What's your name?
My name is Max. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for bringing Chainsaw Man to life and for being the biggest inspiration, not only to people around my age, but to everyone across the world. You guys are such an inspiration. My biggest question is, what was your favorite line to record? Was there like any line that stuck out to you that you were like, oh my god, this is going to be my quote for the rest of my
Right? You
life?
want to start that?
Shall we?
Reagan, right? Well, power?
I literally have so many. Like it hurts. This question is hurting my soul because there's so many good moments between all of them.
I have favorite words from Power.
Is it the pie?
The pie one.
That whole scene was so funny because like she so obviously ate it and is still eating as he's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And she's like, it was dingy. And she's like, how can you just lie in my face? Like that's not even what?
Yeah, but I was like, it's like total flustered kind of thing.
I don't know. It's hard to choose. I really also like the my liege. When everyone's like, you asshole, I will never do.
My favorite power line that
Power line.
yeah, my favorite power line.
I got that.
I'll do the dance. When she's talking to him, at the udon bar, and she goes, and she's got her mouth full of food. She's like, either you and Denji copulated yesterday eve, or you're lying.
So harlot.
Speak, harlot.
Speak harlot.
So good. Every power line, everything Power says.
Area.
my favorite.
Ryan, give me a favorite.
I mean, it is so hard to choose one, but one that I know is a universal enjoyer. There's two that I'll throw out. One that I can't believe has taken on a life of its own, which is simply yays. And the other one is when I fight a dude, it's not or nothing!
He's acting out a scene here.
Suzie, did we get to you?
No.
Some more power lines. I don't know if you meant.
Well, I have a lot calmer of a line.
What's yours?
The one that always sticks out to me is probably things like, no, don't come out of my dogs.
Anything else?
Once again, thank you guys so much for working. Thank you guys so much for working so hard. We love you guys very much, and I hope you continue to grow on this series with all of us as a family.
So kind.
Thank you, you're so sweet.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Marcella.
By the way, Marcella's the one who was letting us borrow Vegeta for the.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're Vegeta. Oh.
He's the goodest boy.
It's like it's yours.
Thank you very much.
It's mine now.
Sorry, you may have lost Vegeta.
Well,
All right, go ahead.
now you know every one of us has touched him.
Yeah.
So really, now it has.
What are y'all's favorite Chainsaw Man characters?
This
this is a funny question.
I mean, I love Power.
Yes.
I love Kishibe. I love them all, but I'm gonna try and just rattle off like the immediate ones.
Top three.
Kobeni's so much fun. Oh my god, this is impossible.
Top three.
Beam is my homie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at those five for my
I like
top three.
All right. Augie.
He's hot.
Which one is that? He's hot.
Easy
Six
now.
coming in second.
She's hot too.
Ready?
Oh, I'm biased, but it's got to be Aki.
Of course.
Listen,
Because he's hot, that's why, right?
right? It's like he's so closed off, but he's such a dad and a big brother. It's like I love that part aspect of it.
Suzie?
I also relate to the low serotonin.
I want to say, Power, but anyone outside of Power, probably like Angel. I like
Okay.
Angel a lot.
Okay. All right, thank you. Somebody, anything else?
Just one thing.
Sorry, I forgot you.
How dare you?
So, if y'all are comfortable with it, is it alright that I take a selfie with y'all?
Sure. Yeah, we probably will have to wait till right
Yeah.
now.
Just hang out over here so we don't forget.
You have to get them back anyway.
Yeah, you gotta get them back anyway, so.
Unless you want to fight.
That'll be your reward for letting us borrow Pachita for the panel. Right, next, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Paige or Ivy.
I love your antlers.
Thank you. I'd like to ask one question. If there was, do you have a favorite Chainsaw Man meme at the moment?
Ooh, you all saw them all. You admitted it.
There's a really good one that I saw that was, it was like after Aki and Denji had teamed up on the, I don't know how much I want to say. At the end of episode 12, there's a communal team up between Denji and Aki, and where the nuts or nothing scene started between the two of them fighting, they kind of get to do that to another character. And there's this great still where it's like Denji's kind of like standing here and Aki's like leaning down, and it just says like an album cover, "Kick dem balls."
And they did.
Reagan, you got a favorite one?
Oh, we might actually be able to act it out a bit.
Let's do it.
Which one?
It's the one that with Katy Perry.
Do you want to go there?
California girls are unforgettable.
Shut the fuck up! Just so y'all know, we were aware of that meme from the beginning, and I was actually able to record that scene before Ryan did, and we actually put me screaming "shut the fuck up" on top, which rolled when Ryan was recording his.
It was glorious.
Did you trip up at all, or you just went?
No, that's one take, baby. That's just.
Even after his line.
I mean, it already sounds like a car accident with 10 cats in it. So.
Suzie or Sarah, favorite? Anyone?
Well, I really like the one where it's like when they were fighting on top of the train, and then there's the cameraman. The cameraman, it's like no, the cameraman double or whatever. Works harder than anybody else. There's those angles though.
I had one, they're just like me for real. Like, I had been wondering what panel that was for the longest time, and I finally found it, and like, oh, that's not what they were saying at all. But I actually made my own. I don't know if I posted it, but it's like SpongeBob when he went like crazy and he's in his house. He's just like there with his penny and napkin. I had like SpongeBob as Denji, and then I put Pochita, Power, and Aki on the stage. Like, look, the gang's all there. The gang's all here.
That is awesome. All right, thank you. Got anyone more?
If there was one voice actor you would like to collaborate on a project with, who would it be?
Oh, man.
I have to separate you two over there.
You know what? that because we've recently started having a bromance, I wanna work directly with Ian Sinclair. Yeah, he's amazing. Every time I hear him in anything, I'm always like, that is the best line, Reed, that is so good. Oh my god. Like, he literally has my favorite line in the most recent Dragon Ball movie. And it's just one like non sequitur thing that has nothing to do with the plot. And I remember like the second his line was delivered, I was like, what? It is so perfect. It's just so much energy and goodness, and he's amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I was very busy laughing.
Yes.
What actor? What other voice actor would you like to work with if you haven't?
Everyone.
Good answer.
Very hard.
Well, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. We got like 5 more minutes with the panel, so.
But there's so
I know. I got the 5 fingers from my producer over there, so I'm gonna have to hurry it up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're all a big inspiration for us.
One question per person. Yes,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fire off. Go ahead. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Jonathan. Nice to see you again, Sarah.
Hi.
I got kind of like 2 questions, but they're really quick. First one is actually for Sarah and Suzie. From what I know, I looked you guys online, and you're playing in an anime that I'm watching for you is By the Grace of the Gods, and you played in Another World with my smartphone.
Yes.
So how did you guys get those roles, and how did it feel to be in those shows?
Thank you.
I auditioned. And they were like, yes.
I don't think I did audition, but I think Jade, the director, really liked working with me at some point. She was like, oh, hey. So I was like, oh, yay. Okay.
Alright, my next question is, I've never actually seen Chainsaw Man, so sorry, but I will watch it. I will try.
You get going.
When I watch anime, I see a lot of switchy body, mostly is in anime, so if your characters could wake up one morning, find out they switched bodies or lives with each other, how would they react?
This is a dangerous answer for Daniel.
So dangerous.
We'll just leave it at that.
Thank you so much. All right, we want to get as many questions as we can.
This Friday is entirely too freaky.
Nice costume, by the way.
Hi, hello, I'm Tara, by the way. Hi, Suzie. I'm an axolotl here to say hi to Pachita.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
My question is, it's similar to the memes. Do you guys have nicknames for your characters? Because like the fandom, well, some parts of the fandom like to call Genji Dennis, and it's my favorite nickname for him.
I just call him the Scrumply Boy.
There you go. Anybody else? Good? No?
Don't tell my heart, my hockey breaky heart.
We're not creative, it's just Pally.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Suzie? No? Good?
I don't know, Maki Mommy?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, up next, what's your name and your question?
My name's Aiden, and first of all, my favorite character is also Beam, because I read it over quarantine, and Beam just hit different.
He's the homie.
He is. If you could change like one voice line that you've already done, what would it be?
Good question.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so hard. I can't think of anything like exactly off the top of my head, but I do remember there was something where I wanted to be able to say like exactly what the manga had said in a certain line, but because of the flaps, like we had to slightly alter it. And it wasn't like what we ended up saying was something that I was disappointed in. It was more that I just was like, oh, we can say like this thing, and just because of how it was animated, we're like, looks like we can't. Never mind. So it's weird because that sometimes is just a technical thing.
Yeah.
But then we get lines like, you put the dick in predictable, so.
Yeah, I'd say like I had a similar thing too. Like it's something like I wanted to do it as it was for the manga, but the flaps didn't work. Like the part where she's on top of the roof and she says like it's so strange to like suddenly like feel this way, and she goes like so very strange. And I wanted to do that, but because like the flaps didn't work, they did something else, and so I was like, meh.
Well, you still sell that moment beautifully. That's so good.
I thought y'all did great, by the way. Just to put it out there, I thought y'all did great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Reagan, Suzie, anything before we next move on? No?
I'm just glad I got to drop the F-bomb.
Suzie, you're good?
I mean, I echo them both.
Yeah.
Like, it's mostly down to like flaps and technical.
Cool. Yeah. All right, up next.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Danielle, and my question is, what do you think of the sub versus dub fight that everybody seems to be talking about?
I don't believe in it. I mean, like personally, I'm one of those people who I just want everyone to enjoy it however they want to enjoy a thing. I don't see the point in trying to like win something that isn't really an argument. Like we all win. We just get to share this stuff. You know, to me, we're all at a point now where we get to make these things like they're so impassioned from the people working on them over in Japan to here. We get to share this stuff together all over the world.
Yeah.
And to waste our time and energy trying to like one-up each other when it's the same fucking thing.
My short-term dopamine hit is far superior to your short-term dopamine hit.
So I genuinely we're not in the versus camp. We're in the everybody gets to celebrate this together camp.
That's a good question. All right, what's your name? Oh, can you read?
Hi, Bryson.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Can I record this real quick for my friend?
Sure.
What was yours most like, line? Like, question line?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I love that your friend's gonna be like listening to the phone.
Anticipation.
Oh my God, that's really tough. I mean, I don't know, maybe not for me, but I know that the line that when I said it, whenever I watch it or share it with anybody, everybody takes a pause at this line when he goes, sold one of my nuts too. Everyone goes, what? I know that was a cheat, but.
Sarah?
Probably the line where she says, I'm the type who seldom blushes their face. I think that one hits pretty quick. You're like, wait, what did she just say? Nasty. Melons? That's her home?
Yeah. And Reagan.
Not in this house.
Thank you, young man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think we're still doing good on time. I think. Yeah, okay, we got a chainsaw baby. Look at him.
Preston.
Hi, Preston.
And
You're my hero.
do you like my outfit?
We all like his outfit. So I read all 11 books before the show was even announced to be animated. I was a huge fan of this before I even got to audition for Genji. So this has changed my life in many ways up until this point.
Absolutely. All right, it looks like I'm getting the signal. We got to wrap it up. I'm sorry, everybody. Now we got to just.
Can we do one more?
I think we can squeeze in one more. Yeah, we can squeeze in one more.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Go ahead.
So, my name's Chris, and the one question I have for y'all is, what would y'all's favorite episode have to be?
I'm just gonna say
tough ones for last.
Because it's so difficult to say because they're all amazing. But for me personally, the first one is just such a special thing for me to. Because also the weird thing is like I did that like basically alone. You know, it's kind of just like this Genji moment, this little mini movie, and to just share that with Mike was incredibly special. And it was the first realization of like, oh my God, this is really happening for me. You know, that was it.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I think for me it was episode 9 where everything was happening. There was so much action. Like I think Kobeni had her moment, and then like you were going at it with Katana Man and Makima. That thing. Oh, oof! Like I saw in the manga, it was like all bloody, but this was bloody. So
let me just check. We get one. Do we have more time, or are we gonna wrap things up already?
Have you guys got somewhere to be?
Here.
We can answer these last few questions. As long as you don't have to kick us off this
As long as we're not keeping.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you for being here with us.
Let's get the next person in. And,
Hi. What's your least favorite part about your characters? Like a trait or anything?
My least favorite part is how much love Denji missed out on.
Sad face.
Sad face. What about a happy moment now? A happy moment.
Meeting Pochita.
There we go. Obviously. Anything else?
That's it. Or, like, it was for all of them.
Oh,
okay.
I think mine's a spoiler.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
You can find out at our table later.
Yeah, come to our table.
All right. Thank you so much.
I can't think of anything.
So much.
Next up.
I think he grew up too fast.
What's that?
What's going on?
Your hat glows in the dark.
I just noticed that. I saw you at my table.
Oh, crap. I just got this at the Yellow Draft House, South Texas.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I see you are also a man of taste.
It's high noon. All right, I'm just going to cut to the chase and ask you guys this. Which devil would you don't want to exist based upon the fear?
Would I not want to exist? Yeah.
Well, or no, okay, maybe scratch that out. I mean, which devil? Which fear in the Chainsaw Man universe you don't want to exist?
That's a good question.
That's like really
Yeah,
scary.
Anxiety
devil. The cockroach devil.
Yes.
Messing with that shit.
The paper cut devil.
Oh, that would be so painful. Paper cut devil?
Paper cut devil?
Paper cut devil. Yeah.
Hey man, you ever have a paper cut? They suck.
Okay, yeah, they do kind of suck.
Judge my answer.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, last question. Oh, the sister.
Hi, my question is, who's the best dog? Pochito or Alexander from Full Metal Alchemist?
Well, the audience is about to hate me.
Here you go. Get out.
Clearly unbiased for my little orange potato boy.
Yes.
I think we're all a little biased.
I mean, look,
He's right here! And you can't hurt his feelings!
Yeah, don't hurt his feelings.
Yeah!
Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. And the last question?
Thank you for turning the audience against me.
Yes, ma'am. Your name?
Hi, my name's Liliana. I have a question about Denji. How much % would you compare Denji to on how much he wanted to touch boobs?
Wait, what?
Repeat the question, please, ma'am.
How much % would you describe Denji on how he wanted to touch
what is his percentage
Yeah.
of wants to touch boobs? I'm pretty sure it's off the scale. I don't know. I don't think there's a percentage that is even.
Basically.
Yeah, he broke the scale.
I mean, if you could pronounce how to go
Exactly. Thank you so much for the question.
Thank you, guys.
For your presentation. First of all, again, welcome to San Antonio. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you answering everybody's questions and helping me bully the producer. Yeah, thank you
If
so
you
much.
have any more questions, you can come see us individually afterwards. We'll be here all the weekend.
Thank you guys so much.
Once again, Ryan, Colt, Levy, right here.